All right, let's talk about a challenge that pretty much every business leader runs into at some point, turning that feeling of operational chaos into a powerful, repeatable system that actually lets you grow. Let's dive in.
So, does it ever feel like you're herding cats? No matter how much you try to communicate, it seems like everyone on your team has their own unique way of doing things. One person handles a client call this way, another does it completely differently. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you are definitely in the right place.
Before we can even get to the solution, we've got to really understand the problem. And the problem, in just one word, is chaos.
This right here is the heart of the issue. When there's no single right way to do a task, the quality of your service becomes totally unpredictable. And for you as the leader, well, it means you're constantly putting out fires, you're correcting the same mistakes over and over, and you're answering the same questions again and again. It's just exhausting, and it makes it basically impossible to step away and focus on the bigger picture of actually growing the business.
So how in the world do we fix this? The answer is surprisingly simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It's the standard operating procedure, or, as you'll hear it called, an SOP.
That's really it. No confusing jargon, no crazy complexity. A standard operating procedure is just a clear, written-down guide on how to do a specific, recurring task correctly every single time. Seriously, think of it like a recipe for success for any given task in your business.
This is the magic of it. An SOP is the tool that transforms a chaotic, messy process into something you can count on. It's the bridge that gets you from everyone doing things their way to everyone doing things the best way.
Okay, that all sounds good in theory, right? But what does this actually look like in a real day-to-day business? Let's get practical and look at some examples of SOPs in action.
These are the exact kinds of everyday tasks in a service business that are just perfect for an SOP. Take onboarding a new caregiver. Without a clear checklist, one manager might forget a key step, and that just leads to confusion down the line. But with an SOP, every single new hire gets the same high-quality, consistent training. So how do you even start? It's way simpler than you think. Just watch your best person do that task. Seriously, write down every little step they take. Then turn that list into a simple guide. Bam, that's your first draft. From handling cancellations to submitting payroll, creating that simple, clear guide is what prevents errors and saves everyone a massive headache.
So once you start getting these SOPs in place, what's the end result? This is where you see the real transformation. This is the power of consistency. You literally move from a world of inconsistent results to providing a reliable, high-quality service that your clients can actually count on. But you know what the real game changer is? It's for you as a leader. You go from having to constantly look over everyone's shoulder to having an empowered staff that knows exactly what to do. Your business shifts from being so hard to scale to being primed and totally ready for growth.
And this is the most crucial point. SOPs set you free. When your team has clear instructions, they don't need to come to you for every little thing. The business can finally run smoothly and effectively, whether you're in the office or not. And that is the absolute key to scaling your business in a sustainable way.
So let's bring this all together. It's really important to see these documents as way more than just instructions. They are, in fact, your company's blueprint for growth. Every single time you document a process, you are making your business stronger. You're empowering your team to work independently, to be effective, and you're building an operational foundation that can actually support future growth, making your entire company more stable and ultimately more valuable.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Just think about your own business right now. What is that one task? You know the one that causes the most headaches, the most questions, the most inconsistency. That's your starting point. So what is the very first process you're going to standardize?